Hey, what's up everyone? In this short video, I want to share you 5 tips to help you level up your Paladin faster and get ahead of the pack if ever you have to solo the content of your starting zone. Please note that this is tailored around a solo leveler and up to level 10 or so, because at higher level, it's a completely different ballgame. But you can still follow these tips if you plan on leveling in a group. It just won't be as important to follow all of them, as you will be able to leverage the skills of your party members. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Always be on the move. This serves 2 purposes. The first one is quite simple. You make your playstyle a lot less boring and you can slowly get from one point to another while dragging the mob you are fighting along with you. You'll quest much faster by attacking while moving from point A to point B rather than staying at point A, kill the mob and then make your way to point B. You also stay less often in the mob's hitbox, meaning that you will take less hits from the mob compared to standing right in front of it. Now, you won't take 3 to 4 times less hits with this technique, but the few hits that you can prevent here and there will make your leveling a lot smoother. Save up your mana. I've said it and I'll say it again. A paladin without mana is a sad paladin that isn't achieving much. And there's 2 ways that you can save up a lot of mana while leveling. First, don't overlap your seals too much. It's easier said than done, as I still do it from time to time by mistake, but you don't need to refresh your seal if it still has 10 or more seconds before expiring. The best case scenario would be to refresh it as soon as it expires to get a full 100% uptime without any overlap, but since we're not machines, try refreshing it in the last 5 seconds as much as possible, because it will save you a lot of mana over time. You also do not need to heal yourself to 100% health at all time. If your resources are full, you're not pushing your limits enough and you are missing out on XP per hour. It's a skill that takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but eventually you will be able to gauge how much health you are comfortable with. If you are low on health and need to heal up to 75 to 80% health and then keep going. Unless you ass pull, you'll do just fine with your mail armor and your many emergency buttons. Save up on your gold. The early game of WoW, if I may call it that, is all about min-maxing your skills and resources. Small gains here and there repeatedly can add up and make a big difference. Therefore, save as much gold and loot as much as possible to buy a wooden mallet once you reach Goldshire or Keranos. The damage bonus is incredible compared to your stock weapon and it will boost your efficiency tremendously. The only good upgrades after that, unless you're lucky and find a green weapon, are either the giant mace at level 10 that can be bought in Ironforge or Stormwind, or the Coleridge hammer from the quest Protecting the Herd in Don Moreau. Saving money to buy small bags early on is also a great way to guarantee your financial success. Small bags are much rarer from my experience in the stress tests compared to the private servers, so do not expect your 4 small bags to drop from mobs. Bags are the best investment that you can make at early levels, as they allow you to carry more items, and by extension, make more gold. If you have enough gold to buy a bag, I would strongly suggest you to buy one unless you're saving up for a specific goal, and you can buy bags from your inn at the general supplies vendor. Fight 2 to 3 mobs at the time. This might take you a little bit of time to get used to, but it is the most efficient way to level up, until you reach level 10 or so. Then, mobs start to hit harder, so you'll need to adjust your playstyle accordingly. But early on, your mail armor is protecting you from a lot of damage, and you have access to a heal and immunities if anything goes wrong. You really have the best of both worlds in this situation, and that allows you to push your limits even further than other classes. Since you're a melee class, you will struggle to tag mobs against casters, so tagging 2 to 3 mobs at the time will allow you to get your share of mobs. If you kill one after the other and stay stationary while doing so, you will have a hard time completing killing and gathering quests. If mobs are spread out, it might be difficult, but try your best. So start with 1 to 2, and then get comfortable with that before increasing the amount of enemies that you want to fight at the same time. If it's your first time playing the game and you don't feel comfortable pulling more than those 1 to 2, that's completely fine, just make sure to stay steady and safe while grinding mobs. Macros. Now, I wanted to share some useful macros that one of my subscribers, Henrik H, shared with me. They are very nice and I will definitely put them to good use. So here they are. Hashtag show tooltip /start attack /cast judgment. This is just your normal judgment, but it also initiates your auto attack on the target, which is quite essential. Hashtag show tooltip / start attack / cast open square bracket at mouse over, comma, harm, comma, no dead, close square bracket, open and close square brackets, judgment. This one is very good for tagging mobs. If you see a mob spawn, simply hover over it and no need to click it, which saves time, which allows you to be faster than other people. If your judgment is up, you will judge that target, otherwise you will automatically target it and start attacking. So highly recommended. And last but not least, my favorite macro of them all, / equip battered buckler / equip and Vilmar sledged. This last one is also super useful for tagging mobs. As a dwarf paladin, you will loot quite a few battered bucklers early, and be aware, these are not vendor trash. Save at least one in your bags for this macro. With this macro and the buckler in your bag, you will swap between your starting two-handed weapon and your shield and your unarmed. Now, why use your fist, you might ask? Well, that's because your fists have a super high attack speed, meaning your attack hits the mob faster and you get the tag quicker. If you and another player click to attack the target at the same time, the one with the highest attack speed will strike first and get the tag. Simply run around with your fist and your shield, and when you manage to tag something, use this macro and you will begin using your normal two-handed weapon. When the mob is dead, use this macro again to unequip your slow two-handed weapon. But do not forget to upgrade this macro when you upgrade your two-handed mace, because otherwise it will not work. So big shout out to Henrik H for sharing those with me. If you are ever using those macros and you see that you have a lot of success, don't forget to give him credit. So that's all I had to say for this video. I hope it will help you get out of your starting zone much faster. And you know, I didn't have time to make it all nice and polished, but I thought that the information was really important to get out there before launch to make sure that you guys would get the best experience possible. If you liked it, critically hit that like button and sub it up. Also be aware that I will stream my leveling journey to 60 on YouTube and Twitch, so definitely subscribe here on YouTube and follow me on Twitch, okay? The link's in the description. We'll see you soon, guys. Until next time, have a good one and stay blessed.